back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
You're listening to the Big Dumb Fun Show. We are live and online Mondays, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. The rest of the week, you can watch the show in replay.
Wednesday night. Sorry, on Wednesday night, we will have the first of three debates, Romney versus Barack Obama and President Barack Obama. It's going to be the first of three debates, which I think is odd in its own self, because didn't the last go-round...
They've only got like 5 weeks left.
They got 5 weeks, but I could have sworn in the last go-round there were, it seemed like hundreds of debates. Am I wrong? Was there not that many? Or I don't recall. It seemed like there were much more debates than just three.
Well, I think maybe part of the reason is that there was two basically brand new candidates, as opposed to an incumbent who it's not necessarily in the incumbent's best interest to get out there and debate somebody who hasn't been a president.
That's true. And this could be, Mitt Romney. Man, I mean, he's just made mistakes left and right. But if there was any chance at all for this guy to get above him on the polls, to get above Barack Obama,
this is it.
This would be it, because I think Romney can think on his feet. He's been debating really for 8 years, seven and a half years. Like, he's been waiting for this moment, 7-something years, practicing. Every single flaw he's been able to examine and notice, and he's got a team of folks that has, been watching every move of Obama's. You would think at this point in time, this is going to be where Mitt is going to be able to make his case. However,
you don't think they're going to have like a duel-off, like a Yo Mama?
That would be great. Of which, in case, I still think Mitt Romney would do it, because I think he's much more street than Barack Obama. No, but, Obama has been, of course, he's been accused. He uses that teleprompter a lot. He really likes to read his speeches and doesn't commit a lot to memory. So, in that case, he may not do as well during the debates. I don't think he did. Yeah. I don't think he did as well
the thing is,
last time.
If he just does okay, if he just holds his ground, Mitt Romney's still going to look better.
Yeah.
Like, unless Barack Obama comes out and just shines.
Just guns ablazing. Yeah, absolutely.
And Mitt Romney looks like an idiot.
Just looks like a rich white guy.
Yeah, or he
with
says
too
the
much
wrong
self-tanner
thing,
on
they
him.
ask how many percentage of people are just, living off the tit.
During our New Year's Eve show last year, were you here for that?
I don't remember.
We had.
Were you?
I don't know.
He was too drunk.
We had some champagne.
It was almost a year ago.
It was almost a year ago. We did our prediction show, one of my favorite shows. So I must have been there. And there was no doubt in my mind that Obama would not retain the presidency. I just assumed. Of course, I think we were still high off of killing Osama. Like it was so great. I can't imagine him not being president. Who could go up against the guy when he's done nothing bad, but he really hasn't done much anything at all.
Well, he's been in a tough spot. All right, there's no doubt about it. This economy is not just getting better on its own. So the government gets in there, right, and they inject money into the economy in the different ways that they do, just to try to keep it from getting worse.
Yeah.
So it's like he's just kind of trying to hold the ground for, to recover from, the bad economy.
And it could be that, and this is another hypothesis, that the economy has not crashed, but the economy has corrected itself, and now we're where we're supposed to be. Like, we were living high on the hog, running up credit cards.
Back in the George Bush days.
Back in the Bush days, we were just spending money we didn't have, and then now the bubble burst, and the crash came upon us,
and we're still
and somebody's got to deal with it.
Have.
And everyone's wanting him to, everyone's wanting him to correct the problem. And the problem may have corrected itself. I think everyone wants to get back to those days, but you remember, those days, that's when everybody was doing that shady stuff. That's a reason why everyone was doing so well. That's the reason why there were so many good jobs, is because, we were paying you. We weren't making money, but we were still paying you. Everyone was, borrowing here to pay here. It was a Ponzi scheme, and eventually those always come to a bad ending, and I think that's what happened, and this is where we're at. Where we are now is where we're at. Everything has been corrected. Yes, we should focus on economic growth.
It's where we are.
It's where we are. And we should focus
great.
on economic growth, absolutely. But
is that Barack's fault? And do you think just because
I don't think it's Barack, but I also don't think it's Bush's. I don't think it's before Bush. I don't think it started with Reagan. I mean, you can trace it back to every single president and blame it on every single one down the line. It happened. Really, what happened was after World War II. Really, you can really take it all the way back. I just think that American greed. I think all of us.
I don't think it matters who was in office. It wasn't going to be better.
Absolutely. It could have been, who was even run? Oh, McCain. You think McCain could have pulled us out of this? Nobody.
No.
But what I don't agree with is how, to his discredit, he had 2 years of basically doing whatever you want. Like, it's like, hey, here are the keys. You can run around in the house naked. You can do whatever you want for 2 years, and he didn't do anything.
How do you know? He might have run around in the White House.
Well, he
naked.
could have, I guess.
He probably did. Wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, I would. I'd do it when the tourists were there.
Yeah, Even in the Rose Garden dancing around.
That's right. But yeah, you had 2 years, solid 2 years with House and Senate, and you had everybody rooting for you. Keep hope alive, still like in the back of your head, like hope.
And he still had to fight.
Change.
Still had to fight to get health care going through.
Why? I don't understand why.
There's a lot of agendas.
You had the House, you had the Senate.
That
would have been the first bill.
Interest.
January 6th, right? He inaugurated. You say, here you go. This was. I would have had it already prepared. The guy's a lawyer, isn't he?
These are the arguments that Mitt's going to probably present.
It's exactly what he's going to present.
He's going to be like, you didn't do anything. You haven't done much for the economy.
Obama's got to make it to his credit that things were really bad, and Obama's going to have to he's going to have to play the Bush card, saying, hey, I inherited a really bad deal. And so that's when you're going to be like, give me 4 more years to fix this. Like, what'd you do the first 4? Well, I made some strides here and there. Man, I don't know. And then you get to the point where who cares?
Maybe it doesn't matter. And that's
it doesn't matter.
The whole reason that Barack didn't get much done the first 2 years.
Yeah.
Because it
doesn't matter who's in there, somebody else is running the show.
There's still special interests. There's still big business. Mm-hmm. There's still just the momentum of the government and the people that run it.
Absolutely. I think there's very little time out there where it's like, like I think the Sigma 6 with Osama, if that actually occurred, right, and we killed Osama, do you think that would have happened even if Barack wasn't the president? I think so.
Oh, sure, definitely.
You think they were still out there looking for him?
I think they were still en route. They still had plans. They're still working the grounds. I think even if they said, yeah, we're pulling out of Afghanistan, I don't think we're really pulling out of Afghanistan and Iraq. I think we still got teams in there. There's somebody needs to be running the show. While we have presidents come and go, somebody needs to be stoking the furnace, Like somebody needs to keep the home fires burning.
It doesn't matter because it happened on his watch. So who's going to get the credit for it?
He should.
Whoever was on that watch.
During his debate.
He was the president when it happened.
In fact, during the debates, any argument that's presented to me, I would say, killed Osama, you're welcome. like that could be the response to every single question. Yeah, killed Osama. Some people blame him. I think blaming him for Osama or giving him credit for Osama, it would be the same as if you blamed him for the oil spill, right? The BP oil spill happened on his watch. I don't blame Barack for that. He's not a guy that's pumping the oil out of that thing. You think because it happened on his watch that he should take responsibility for that?
I'm made of rubber, you're made of glue. I killed Osama, it's going to bounce back to you.
And then you could say, well, you also had the BP oil spill. You killed all these people. You didn't act fast enough. That was Bush's thing. He didn't act fast enough with Katrina. I think there's so much power that you have as a president, but then again, there's really not some stuff that you can do. There's not a lot you can do, and we all know how fast the government moves. You almost have to have a government department of acting fast in order for anything to act fast. And I bet you it's slow to get anything moving through them. So when Mitt goes against Romney this Wednesday, there's going to be a lot of speculation. They're going to spin it one way or another. Who do you think is going to take it? Based on just what you know, just the kind of guy that Mitt is, the kind of guy do you think Obama is?
I think Obama's still going to take it. I think he's a good speaker. I think he can
without a prompter? You think he's a good speaker without a prompter? I'm not sure if he can think on his feet that well. What do you think, Tony?
I think he, as long as, like Mr. Dirk was saying, as long as he just keeps his ground, holds his ground, I think he should win. I mean, I didn't see any problem with him.
I would say sit there. I think Obama's going to be declared the winner at first, but Mitt's going to find his weaknesses. Just don't say anything, really.